Hey, I'm Dave Hodges. This is the Common Sense Show. We are the show freeing America one enslaved mind and soul at a time. We defend God, family, country in that order, and we have a special place in our heart for the oppressed. And yes, Utah, we have our eyes on your negative government as you imprison homeless people. And the rest of you states that think this is a good idea, well, hopefully people will call you out, just like I did the state of Utah for that legislation. And we've covered it ad nauseum. This particular piece, we're going to be covering Sean Ryan, and I owe Sean a public apology. And Sean, it's not what I've said about you. I haven't really said anything negative about you at all. It's what I thought. I thought just another man of the CIA playing the game of deception, probably placed in his position to mold public opinion against the Lord Jesus Christ and to accept a totalitarian state. And I think I was really wrong. Those were my thoughts, and I was smart enough not to express them. So, Sean, I apologize to you publicly, and I endorse what you are doing. And sometimes I don't always get it right in my mind. I'm just glad I didn't make a fool of myself and say anything publicly, but I have to confess that part. Now, I want to talk to you a little bit about in this presentation what Sean Ryan talked about in an interview with Tucker Carlson and also some other things he said on a show that I saw, and he needs to be listened to. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we are brought to you by Magic Dicol. They gave me my life back. They can give you your life back as well. Doesn't these products don't cure anything, but they boost your immune system at unbelievable levels, particularly the spray. If you order the starter pack, 15% off, you get 3 nanosoma liquid sprays. 5 sprays a day is maintenance, but you can use it as much as you want. And when I had strep linings, RSV, antibiotics, steroids, nothing worked. I got a negative prognosis. Dave, you're not coming back from this. Those strep lung linings will never come back. Couldn't walk up a flight of stairs. Well, within a week of doing this, I was walking up the stairs. In a month, I was pretty active in the gym, but limited by my joints because of arthritis due to aging and so forth. Well, the gel right here, the gel, what it does, it grows pluripotent stem cells. Over 30 peer-reviewed studies show you that you can get restored joint functioning without pain over time. How much time? I don't know. It varies. For me, I noticed a big difference at 6 weeks. By 8 weeks, I was pain-free. And I remain that way today. Now, I don't have any illusion about immortality. But right now, I've turned back the hands of time, and the compliments I'm getting from like my friend Mike Kerr, head of Here the Watchman, says, Dave, your body transformation has been amazing. Oh, it was because of Scotty Sachs bringing me the product, and it's because God blessed me with healing. And that's the honest to goodness truth. Now, the gel, well, did the work. The cream cuts and burns. This is fantastic products. 15% off. Go to iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. iwantmyhealthback.com/Dave Hodges. Well, short and sweet tribute to Sean Ryan. I loved Pat Tillman, and I was glad to hear Sean talk about him. Pat was a great football player at Arizona State, almost won a national championship, came this close. Drafted in the NFL where you wouldn't have projected him to be an NFL player, but no one could measure his heart. He was a man's man, and he was uncompromising in his ethics, his work ethic, his moral character. He was uncompromising. And we know he didn't die the way they told us. And he was questioning the war in Afghanistan. And then we know we were lied into the Iraq war. Sean talked about these two things. And I'll just reminisce here for a second, overshadowing the things Sean said, and I'll cover a few more things. William Casey, former CIA director, I can't believe he said this publicly, but he did. It's been well quoted. He said, when everything the American people believe is a lie, then we know we've done our job. And this really kind of echoed, even though Sean didn't mention this, he echoed this belief. He said, lying has become an institution. And these people lie so much about their lies, they can't keep them straight. TPUSA, are you listening to this? Um, he said there's a facade of bravery and nobility and spec ops. He was a spec op. He said, we lied all the time. We created heroes on botched missions. and people were unhappy about it, but they just kept their mouth shut and soldiered on. And it's really tragic. And he went on to say that not only is everything a lie, he went contrast on this. And I was shocked to hear him say it. But he started talking about his faith. He said, I talked to exorcists. Now, let me characterize this comment. We live in a universe of duality. You have light, you have dark. You have evil, you have good, you have Satan, you have Jesus. Simple. And he talked to exorcists and he said, I know Jesus is real. And he said, and I don't believe this on faith, I believe it in fact. Now, I will say this slight disagreement with the statement, but I agree. Sean, the fact is, God created this universe. It wasn't some random accident. It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. I mean, it's like some magic act. I don't think so. So I agree with you, Sean, but I also believe faith is really important. And I'll give you one small example. My pea brain can't conceptualize what came before God. Well, I know from the Bible nothing came before God, but I can't get that straight in my head with my cause and effect brain. So what I have to say is I just accept God always has been, always will be, and this is how it is, and that's on faith, not trying to analyze it. And the same thing is true at the end of days. We're told not to speculate when Jesus is coming back, but we are seeing times related to potential end times, and we're told to watch and always be ready. I don't know that it'll come in our lifetime. I have no idea, and I'm not going to speculate. But I do accept some things on faith. But Sean, Ryan, you're doing a lot of good. You're doing a lot of good out there. And I saw discouragement in you, Sean, and I'm discouraged too. I mean, on social media, our podcast, we're top 0.5% in the world. Okay. On social media, we have been reduced in 3 months by a factor of 10, tenfold reduction. And I'm not going to go into all the details of it, but I look at it this way. Okay. I'm going to keep the podcast because we're reaching a lot of people. On social media, I'm going to do it for another year and then I'm going to get out. Um, Someone pointed out to me when I was thinking about leaving, they said, Dave, what if you just save one person? Yeah, it's worth it. It's worth it. Getting out has to do partly with age and retirement and so forth and so on. And I got other interests in my life I want to devote myself to, which expands the kingdom. So this is why I'm going to make that decision. But August of next year will be my last broadcast. Now, I may be taken down earlier because I talk about evils of big tech and I point them out. That's not popular. I talk about Jesus. That's not popular in some groups. So who knows? And you know what? I'll have a party the day that I'm not doing this. That's how I feel. Anyway, Sean, I would encourage you to continue, and I haven't heard that you're not, but I saw discouragement. Everything is a blanking lie, is what he said. Okay, well, Sean, let's do something about that. Let's keep going and do Ephesians 5:11 and shine light on the evil so people can see it and make a different decision. But thank you for what you do, Sean. I'm Dave Hodges. This is The Common Sense Show. Sign up for our newsletter. Go to the website at thecommonsenseshow.com. Upper right-hand corner is our newsletter link. Click it on, put in your email, and you'll get our newsletter every day thereafter, every single day, everything we do. We'll see you back here next time. God bless.